Hey guys, Finally Sleeps here. Today we're going to talk about the newest event in FIFA Mobile, Carniball. This is a normal spring staple. It comes along after Team of the Year, and it's usually the first big event we have right before the Easter celebration. So what it is it's Carniball. It follows along with Fat Tuesday, which is the event that happens right before the fasting season of Lent. Mardi Gras, if you will. I think it was like a week ago, but it usually kind of falls right around this time. It's a region event, a lot of masks, it's a lot of flashy shit. The players are usually pretty flamboyant as far as their card art and stuff goes. It's really a fun event. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to see how well this year stacks up with years past. We'll see what's possible free to play, look at strategy, what's the best way to tackle this thing. But first, though, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on notifications. That way you never miss when any new videos drop. Check out finallysleeps.com for all things FIFA Mobile. The Discord servers, the links are at the end of the video and in the description. And don't forget to check out Twitch. All right, let's get into this whole Mardi Gras event. First, we're going to take a look at it and see what it is. There's two main tabs, that's it. Main and Parade. Now, on the main tab, it's all skill games. Skill games, skill games, skill games. These reset every day. There are 5 daily. They range in difficulty based on what the event is. Day 1, we've got Coin Runner. We've got some Fiesta event. There's shooting targets, gallery targets, defending onslaught. Now, these are going to change every day. If you get 3 stars, you can move on. Once you grab the 3 stars, you're done. You can move on to the next one because you need 3 stars in all 5 every day to unlock your daily milestone of 100 masks. We'll run all the numbers here in a minute, but we're just taking a look at this. So some of these are a little bit more difficult. We tried this one earlier today or on stream. It was a little bit tougher. Training XP here on after you've done it the first time. There's a big note here. You do not get energy back if you screw this up. So if you're going to fail, don't forfeit in hopes that you're going to get your energy back. It doesn't work. You lose the energy once you try it. And they take 5 apiece. Now, what you do with those masks is you got all of these World Carnival event things. We got France, Spain, Brazil, rest of world, which is like MLS and stuff, Italy and Germany. In each of these pass, there are our standard thing that we're used to, where you work your way down the central path. The players get better the farther you go. There's resources like coins and XP, boost, as well as different resources. They call them trinkets for this. We've got a hat, drum, and samba feathers. Those are the 3 possibilities for bonus in the next portion of this, the parade portion. We'll get to that in a second. There are some decent players. We've got 95s, there's 90 masters, and 98s are the big player in each of these paths. We've got Martial in French. For the French tab. Spain, it is Rodri, center mid. Germany should be, I think it's Mueller. Cam, center attacking mid. Love the card art for these things. Card art is fantastic across the board. Brazil. Willian. Love that card art. Look at that face. Animated card art for Brazil, or for all of these Carnival event players, is probably the best. Rest of world. The Bala with his celebration face. And the one everyone is talking about in Italy, Donna, 98 goalkeeper, impressive stats, huge card. Okay, we'll talk about it in a minute to see if the 98s are possible, to see what it is. If you make your way all the way down the path in node 17, there is a Samba Feather that's going to come into play in a second. That is where the Samba Feather is in any of the pass. It is reward 17. Once you complete that, you get a choice of either 250,000 coins, 50,000 XP, or 125 boost. The numbers there are so pathetic. The only reason to come all the way down the path is to get the Samba Feather. 125 boost, 50,000 XP, or 250,000 coins. I don't understand why the numbers are so bad there. Okay, so beyond the players possible in these different regions, you have a Barnes milestone, left mid Liverpool player, icon Barnes, 110 pace, 106 shooting, 106 passing, 110 agility. Pretty impressive player if you use a formation with an outside mid. To get him, you need 8 Carniball players from any region, which it can be any Carniball player as long as you've claimed them through any of these region pass. Carniball Milestone 2 is that Samba Feather we talked about in Reward 17. You have to get all the way down the central path in 2 of the regions. 2 of the regions get you a 96. It's your choice. You can choose any of those, Inaki Williams, Sanchez, or Verratti. And then the big one, 50,000 Carniball masks for 101 center defensive mid petite. Not even going to address that other than to say it's there if you've got an extra car to sell. There's rank SBCs as well, and these should reset on 7 days. It is a 15-day event, which means that at the end of 7 days, we get another set of rank SBCs, and then we should get another set the day before the event ends. So it is possibility that you're only looking at 30 common, but we are hoping, if this makes sense, it should be 45 common, 30 rare, and 15 epic available before this thing ends. These do require an 80 OVR squad and 1 Carniball player. Don't go trying to buy a Carniball player this early in the event. The values of them are way too high to be able to finish these rank SBCs until at least a weekend right before this refreshes at the end of 7 days. It's not going to be cheap. The thing with this event is there's no player drops. We don't have a wheel or anything like Lunar New Year. This thing is not going to be dumping elites into the market like events we've seen before. So expect to overpay for any of these Carniball elites. Besides, a few packs that you get in the market, every day there is when you log in every day, you gain the opportunity to trade in 10 Carniball confetti for something special, which you can get more masks for, hats, Samba Feathers, drums, or maybe parade points or confetti. But again, this is the only thing that we get every day out of the milestone. So unless you're buying packs or buying players within the event, there's no other drops. So that those Carniball players that are required for that is going to be tough to come by, which means the Carniball players are going to hold their value a little bit more than anything else, because all of these cheap Lunar New Year players that we have in the market, those are in there because of the Zodiac wheel and all of the player drops. We do not have that with this event. Now moving on to the parade tab, this is where we actually play. We have a versus match or a head-to-head match. These give out party scores. The party scores put you in a leaderboard. The leaderboard gives out parade points. The parade points are used for this path of rewards. Now, this is really, really confusing to a lot of people. And I'm just going to say this right now. EA done fucked this one all up. Okay, so here's how it works. You've got versus and you've got head-to-head. Versus takes only 5 energy. Head-to-head takes 10. Okay, so head-to-head should give out a lot better stuff, right? If it's taking twice as much energy because it takes twice as long to play. Versus gives out 20 for a win and 5 for a loss. Head-to-head gives out 40 for a win and 10 for a loss. It's a wash. It is 100% a wash. Because it's twice as much energy to play, and you just get twice as much rewards. If that was the only factor, then it wouldn't matter. If you're better at versus, play versus. If you're better at head-to-head, play head-to-head. But here's where the rub comes in. There is a bonus that you can get each day because we get those 10 confetti points. We get to open the pack. You're either going to get a drum, you're going to get a hat, or you're going to get a feather to use here. Now, I got 2 feathers today on my first free thing, which I used today for one. So it gives me a 50 bonus party score for every game played. If I'm playing versus matches, even if I'm losing, I've got enough energy to play versus matches. Every versus match is going to give me 50 additional for 24 hours using the feather. I can only play half as many versus matches as I can head-to-head. So even if you're losing versus matches, it's still more points than winning head-to-head because of the bonus. So if I'm going to, let's say I have enough energy to play 20 versus matches. If I'm playing 20 versus matches and I lose all 20, that's 100 points for the loss, and 20 times 50 for the bonus, that's 1,000 points there. So that's 1,100 party score for 20 verses that I just blew and lost. Or 10 head-to-head matches. Okay, if I play 10 head-to-head matches, let's say I win. Let's say I win all 10 head-to-head matches, and I get 400 for that. Well, I'm getting 400 for the win, and then I'm getting 10 times 50 for the bonus score there. So that's 400 for the win and 500 for the bonus. That's 900. Now, do we understand why this doesn't make sense? So I'm getting 900 for winning all the head-to-head matches I can go, and I'm getting more than that for losing 20 verses. EA, this is complete. The only thing I can say is that they just missed the whole point of the math behind the bonus that goes along with it. Then there's also bonus for having Carniball players in your lineup. So if you have every Carniball player that you have, you get an additional 10 party score per player in your lineup. Again, that means versus matches are going to give out more because you get the same bonus for a versus as a head-to-head, but you get to play twice as many matches playing versus. Even if you lose, it's bonus per match. EA. So frustrating. So again, just forget that there's a head-to-head button there. There is zero point to playing head-to-head. But here's where it gets even worse. The only way to earn points in this that can be used here is parade points is through the leaderboard, which resets every other day. So every 2 days, the leaderboard resets. Now, to get enough to be able to claim anything worthwhile down the path, you need to win top 3 to get 200 parade points. And one of the days you need to be top 2. Again, this is a whale-driven event. So if somebody's going to spend the money on a full Carniball team and grab an extra 110 points for every win or loss or anything, that's where all of this bonus comes in. That's where everything starts to screw things up. Do not attempt to get high enough in these rewards to claim any of those top bonuses. The only saving grace is what you can see right there above my face, this beautiful face. It says rewards for top 100%. As long as you get on the leaderboard, you're guaranteed 100 parade points. There are going to be 7, maybe 8 resets. Hopefully 8 resets if they follow the 48 path. So at 8 resets, that is 800 parade points guaranteed. So as long as you're playing the versus matches and getting your bonus or doing whatever, you're going to grab 800 points, which is going to get you down the path a little ways. All right, so now that we've talked about the event and everything that's going on, let's look at the numbers. So I've got calculations run. This is what we did today on stream. So if we're looking at the main path, this is a 15-day event. You start out with 18 Carniball energy. You get 15 per day for watching the ads. There's 15 days in the event. That's 225 energy. 240 for total available in the coin packs. So 15 times 24 equals 360 energy over the the course of the event. 18 plus 225, 240, 360 is 843 total energy, but that last one you cannot refresh because we run out of time. So it is 842 total energy. Now the skill games, you can only play 168 of those. That means each day you're going to get about 375 masks from skill games, 100 per day for the milestone. If you 5-star everything, that's a grand total of 7,125 masks total, only if you get the milestone every day. Again, remember, you can play the skill games over and over again, but they only give out masks with the first win. And it doesn't matter if you get 1 star or 3 stars, you get the same amount of masks. So that 7,125 is only if you get the daily milestones. The daily milestones, if you miss out on those, get rid of 1,500 from that. So you're looking at 5,625. So somewhere between 5,625 and 7,125 is what it is. But you've got plenty of energy to be able to fight for those 3 stars in all the skill games. Here's my tip. Don't use your coin packs until you have to. And you're still not going to need every single day with those milestones. You can pretty much kind of one day. You can miss one day of milestones and still claim some serious stuff in this event. 2,780 masks is what it takes you to get all the way down the main path to that node 17 to get a Samba player. Let's see. That means if you have to do it twice, that's 5,560 masks would get you that number 2 milestone 96 OVR, one of those 3. Inaki Williams, whoever the other 2 are. That's the only one I can remember. If you want to go all the way down the main path to the 98, so like Martial in the France, or if you're going for Italy, you want Donnarumma, the goalkeeper, that is 6,980. Well, so if you look up, if you get all of the masks every day, then 7,125 is possible. You only need 6,980 to get to a 98. Now, there are also the possibility of pulling some masks in those daily, the confetti packs in the store. So if you claim the confetti packs, and you come away with some masks, that can buffer a day where you can't get the 100 mask milestone for grabbing everything. Okay, so now if we move on from that and we look at the actual mask numbers, like what's possible, here's what we're looking. The 88 OVR in a region takes 470 masks. That's the first player in any region. If you go to the second player, which is the first of the 289s, it's 990 or 1460 if you grab an 88 with it. If you go all the way for the 89 and grab the other 2 as well, it's 4,240 for all 3. Now, if you just want a 90, 2,990, a 95 is 4,590, and a 98 is 6,980. Those numbers come into play when we look at Icon Barnes. If you want Icon Barnes, the best way to tackle him is to grab player 1, the 470 mask 88 OVR in 5 regions. Any of the 5 regions. The last region, you're going to claim the 88, the 89, and a 90. Okay? That is going to be a total of 6,590 masks, which will pretty much use everything you've got, grab you Icon Barnes, plus a whole bunch of extra players. There's a cheaper way to get Barnes, but it doesn't really help you unless you can't get all your milestones. If you grab all of the 88s, the first player in all of the 6 matches, and then in 2 of the regions, you go back and grab the first 89, you can grab Icon Barnes for 4,800 masks. Now, there are other possibilities. Someone asked if we can do Donna and Verratti. That's a total of 11,060 masks. It's going to be 22,500 gems minimum, and that's if you get the milestones every day. All right, so now there are other free-to-play stuff. We'll come back to that because I want to talk about the parade numbers first. So in the parade, same thing. 15 event energy per day, 20 per ads, times 15 days, that's 300 energy. It all boils down to 797 energy in total for the parade tab. You can either play 159 versus or 79 head-to-head matches. Again, head-to-head matches are completely and utterly pointless, which the math here kind of shows. If you're going with the best case and you have an 11-man Carniball squad and you win every single match, this is the best possibility. You can have about 4,500 per leaderboard reset, 4,500 points for the per every 2-day leaderboard reset for versus, or 2,400 per leaderboard reset every 2 days for head-to-head, which explains, obviously, versus is more important than head-to-head. Just don't even bother with head-to-head. The head-to-head is stupid, pointless, shouldn't even be in there. Unless they do a content update and fix their mistake, head-to-head is pointless. Okay, so now here's the worst case. If you lose every single thing and you have no bonus, it's the exact same. With no bonus, it is the exact same. Versus, you get 105 per leaderboard reset, and head-to-head, you get 105 per leaderboard reset. As long as you're in a leaderboard every reset, you're going to be able to get the 93 left mid Ocampos plus all the players that come up to him. Even if you lose every match, as long as you're in there, that's where you can go. Now, free-to-play opportunities. This is the big one. There are 3 options with this event, free-to-play. You could grab any 98 OVR, plus you're going to get the 88, the 90, and the 93 from the parade. So you end up with 4 big players and a little bit of resources and some coins. So that's number 1 option. Number 2, you go for Icon Barnes. In addition, you're going to end up with 6 88s, an 89, and a 90 from the main paths, and the 88, the 90, and the 93 from the parade. So, I mean, that's a decent amount. That's 12 players, which, 3 masters and an icon and the rest in elites. Or 3, if you decide to go for the 96 milestone, which is what you requires to go grab that Samba feather in 2 of the regions, you're going to end up with a 96 player, an 88, an 89, plus the 3 from the parade. That's it. Those are the numbers for this event. That's your best opportunity. That's about all we can grab. Now, in my opinion, this is not a resource event. This is a player event. The resources are terrible. If you decide to go for XP and boost on this thing, I mean, look, all the way down the path, you're getting 60 boost. The numbers are so low. I just don't understand it. There's no milestones for boost here. In the paths, there's in all of the little sub paths, it's just coins and XP, and the values aren't even that spectacular. For the 98, it's 500,000 and 200,000 XP. You can buy a 90 in the market for 750,000 coins. He gives you 315,000 XP. The numbers here just don't make any sense. Even as you work your way all the way down, 70 skill boost on reward 15. There's no point. You cannot focus on resources in this event. My best piece of advice is to go for a 98. I think honestly, there's each of the 98s has some merit. I mean, if Mueller may end up bringing a decent amount of coins. Martial, because he's, a Man United 98 striker. Stats look fantastic. 110, 118 shooting, and he has a shooting boost. Donna, though, seems to be the most intelligent player to go after. Donner seems to be the most intelligent player to go after. Only because stats look fantastic. Huge player. I think he's going to bring some serious coins in. So save for Italy. Don't go down any of the paths until you have enough to claim a 98 and make a decision at that time. That's pretty much everything I can say about Carniball. There really isn't any more to even talk about. I don't know. It's not that it's a bad event. It's that it's very disappointing. It's just disappointing. I mean, you're going to get some serious stuff out of it. You're going to end up with a 98. You could get Barnes. There's several players, but there really isn't that much there isn't a lot of drops. There's not a lot of resources. I don't know. All right, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Carniball the next 15 days. Lots of skill games. Some versus matches that you can lose just to get the same rewards. That's about it. All right, thanks for hanging out. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.